everybody, it's Derrick here with Moist Sauce Productions, and today I'm going to talk about 5 things you should know before tracking your car. So number 1, you want to make sure that you get a nice oil change before you go to a track day. And you might be asking me why. The reason being is you want to make sure that your car is well lubricated and that you won't have any issues with overheating. And if your car overheats, your car can go into limp mode and suddenly your track day is over, or essentially over. It takes a little while for your car to cool down, but you want to make sure that your car is plenty lubricated and you don't cause your car any damage from all the high revving and happy revving and all of that fun tire burning and tire spinning-ness. Number 2 is tires and brakes. So I'm lumping this into one because I wanted to stick to 5 things. So tires and brakes. So you want to make sure your tires have enough tread. So basically the old penny in the tire, and if you can see Abraham Lincoln's head, then your tires are bad and you need replacement tires. In addition to your tire tread, you want to make sure that your PSI, so the pressure in your tires, are enough. So each car has a recommended OEM. They may or may not be different, but I believe mine is 43 PSI, and that's to mainly make sure that, you know, your tires aren't ridiculously flat, and, you know, you won't be popping your tire with too much pressure, and you don't have too little pressure, so that you get enough traction for your track day. For brakes, there's 3 parts to that. So the first one is your rotors. So you want to make sure that your rotors aren't super rusty, and you want to make sure that they're not going to fall apart while you're on your track day. That's probably the worst thing that can happen, because then your brakes essentially will not work. In addition to that, you have your pads, which you want to make sure that they're not close to their wear line. You want to make sure you have a good amount of brake pad left. And the third part is your brake fluid. You want to make sure that your brake fluid does not boil, because if that happens, then you get a really soft pedal and essentially you don't get any brakes. So you want to make sure that either you flush them out, or flush out the brake fluid and put some new brake fluid in there, or get some higher performance brake fluid which has a higher boiling point. You won't get brake fade, and your pedal will feel strong throughout the entire track day. Number 3 is your helmets. You want to make sure that you have a Snell approved helmet. It can be a car or motorcycle helmet, and you just need to make sure that it's Snell approved. And they may or may not have rentals that you can use as well. So moving on to number 4. Number 4 is car insurance. So most car insurances or car insurance companies do not have race or track day or autocross days. They usually don't have coverage for your car then. So you want to make sure that you get the proper coverage and make sure that, you know, if you run into a car or if a car runs into you, that you're covered and you're not paying out of your pocket. So moving on to number 5, last but not least, your e-brake. If you have a manual car, do not use your e-brake. Put your car in gear, put some blocks of wood behind your tires to make sure your car isn't going anywhere. The last thing you want to do is put your cold e-brake onto your hot rotor. And those are 5 things that you should look out for before going to your first track day. If I missed anything, please feel free to comment below on things that you should also look for. Once again, this is the 5 things, the top 5 things that I can think of. And if there are more important things, feel free to comment below. And thank you for watching. Once again, this is Derrick with Moist Sauce Productions, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching. which case you will feel, your pedal will feel